Is masculinity really that confusing? Like, I'll be real, I used to think it was quite confusing. Like, oh my god, like being a man, like I've got to take on all this responsibility and all this duty. But as I've learned about masculinity and as I've been a man, that's crazy to say I'm a man, but yeah, as I've been a man, I don't think masculinity is that confusing if I'm being completely honest. Now, there's obviously a few traits that I personally believe. Everyone has their own view of masculinity, okay? So some blue-haired feminist is going to view masculinity different to me. I'm very traditional. The man is the protector and provider, and there's various different traits that you should have as a man and various things you should do as a man as well. And when you break it down, it's really not that hard. The first thing you need to start with is being the best possible version of yourself. Now, when I say being the best version of yourself, I'm not really coming from a point of view of doing it for yourself. Like, of course, you should be in shape for yourself. I started going to the gym for myself. I started training martial arts for myself. I started making money online for myself. I started reading books for myself. But as I've sort of, as I've had a niece and a nephew, as I've started thinking, well, I'm going to be a dad one day, you sort of got to come from a point of view of you're doing it for other people as well. So I have a girlfriend right now, which is crazy because I didn't think I was going to have a girlfriend for a long time because I was so obsessed with self-improvement. And as I've learned more about my masculinity, I'm not getting in shape and learning how to fight and making all this money and becoming the best version, becoming smart just for me. I'm doing it for my mum, I'm doing it for my mum and dad, doing it for my sisters, I'm doing it for my niece and nephew, my girlfriend, the people around me that's hanging around with me, the students at school. I'm a teacher, so I'm becoming better for them to help them be inspired as well. You have to come in from that point of view, okay? So improving yourself is absolutely necessary if you're trying to become a pretty decent male. Because your partner, your mum, your dad, your sisters, your future children do not deserve to have a fat, out of shape dad. Yeah, that's poor. You just set a high standard for yourself. I'm not saying being in shape is the end all be all. I'm not saying that making the most money is the end of the world. I'm not saying that you need to have a certain car. I'm just saying you can't be doing the bare minimum. You have to expect higher of yourself. You have to constantly be challenging yourself, learning more, especially if you're 22 years old like me. You have nothing else but to do to improve yourself. Like, you have no crazy responsibilities. Unless you've got like 5 kids already, then alright. But most of the time, you're going to be, childless, potentially single. You've got all the time in the world to become the best version of yourself. Now, there's various other traits as well. One of them is it's more of a skill. But controlling emotion. You cannot be emotional, if you want to be a super masculine version of yourself, because femininity is very emotion driven. You can't be emotion driven. Sometimes, I get pretty pissed off. Like, I'm a very explosive person, I'm a very aggressive person, and if I'm not careful, I can burst out sometimes. It only ever happens every now and again, and it only happens for good reasons, such as inflicting harm on other individuals. But haven't done that for a while, so it's been alright. But in terms of controlling your emotions around other people's, because you're meant to be the stable rock of the family. You're meant to be the stable rock in a masculine and feminine, in a straight relationship, not normal, but yeah, like in a man and woman relationship, right? You're meant to be the rock. The woman is allowed to feel up and down, with menstrual cycles and just being a woman. They're allowed to be like that. You can't be like that as well. You're meant to be the rock, you're meant to be the leader, you're meant to be the person that is guiding other people through life. Okay, so you need to learn how to control your emotions. Another thing I've learned as well is when people say providing, right? A lot of people will look at providing as financial through things like buying things, money, all money orientated things. But as I've gotten older and as I've learned more, I've got a girlfriend with pretty bad anxiety. So I've really learned this. Providing is more, in my opinion, to have a strong relationship. It's not about the financial sense. It's always about providing emotionally. So yes, you can provide financially, but are you providing emotionally? Are you providing physically? Are you being a safe person? Are you listening? Are you giving emotional support? Are you being understanding? Are you being validated towards not even just your partner, but people in general? Providing emotional support, being a safe person. Providing physically can be obviously sexually, having intercourse, but also, just lower level touch like hugging and being there and being present. and also providing physically through like the fact that you can bash someone's head in if they get lippy to someone you care about. But yeah, providing is not just monetary, it's not financial, it's also about being emotionally there and being supportive of the people around you as well. Now, I could literally sit here all day talking about masculinity, but for me, they're three of the most important things you need to have as a young man, or you should be at least working on having them. Skills, traits, character, like whatever you want to call them, I don't know how you categorize them, but very important things, let's just say, you should have as a man. Like, I can literally sit here for 5 hours talking about masculinity. I feel like it breaks the quality of the video because I can literally sit here for ages. If I'm talking about something I'm passionate about, I can talk for ages. But implement these 3 things. Like, if you're confused about masculinity, like you're someone that really doesn't have a father figure, you really look at masculinity and think, fucking hell, there's all this stuff I've got to learn. Just focus on these 3 things, and most of the time, all the other things that you learn, consistency, discipline, drive, you know, all these other things you learn, I can't name them right now, they're on the tip of my tongue, you will learn by just focusing on these things. So I think for me, they're probably the 3 things that have helped me the most, and I've realised are probably some of the most important things. But yeah, if you're someone that's confused about masculinity, it's not, brother. It's not. It's pretty easy. But if you're confused on anything about masculinity, be sure to drop a comment. Be sure to message me on Instagram. I'll message you privately. I really don't care. But boys, if this video has been informative to you, be sure to like the video, sub to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.